Hello everybody. Today we'll be going over the SMS plugin from M&M Enterprises. This is a tool that allows you to send text message marketing to a single customer or to multiple customers that fit a certain criteria. So first we'll start with just the single individual customer sending. So you can do it from either a former transaction or while you're in the middle of a transaction. So here's what the former would look like. We have a transaction this customer made. We hit send SMS. It brings over the phone number from the customer. Then we can add certain criteria onto it. So we want to add an opt-out, we want to add a last name, a first name. We can also freeform type into here if we want, and just whatever we want to say, hello world, whatever we want to say to the customer on here. But I'm just going to go ahead and send this. You can also have messages that you have saved that you can pull up from a drop-down list, just to see if save. So we can call this just like standard message or something like that, and we could save it like that. But for right now, we'll just send it like this. And this does require a ClickSend account. You can get a test account to do some testing with if you want. They give you $2, but you do have to sign up. It is a pay-to-play service online from ClickSend, and they basically charge money for each text message you send, essentially. Um, so we just sent this text message. You can see some other ones I did testing earlier today. You can kind of see what this says. So we got, Big Hairy Dog Test is my customer name. Text stop to unsubscribe. So it basically sends us a stop message back to the user. Again, we can do this from within a new transaction as well. So if I go to a new transaction, I do test, brings up my test user onto the transaction, then I can send it right from here. Now, we can't add any line items or anything like that to it, but you could at least send a text message to the customer, hey, thank you for shopping with us today, or come back in 30 days, here's a coupon, or something like that to get some sort of response from the customer. Then there is the utility. So here's the utility that allows us to send a text message to multiple customers. So up here we have our subsidiary, what we're sending from. Select filter is the filters that we've built within the tool. So you can add filters and edit the filters. Inside the filters, you have different information in here, right? So we have a last sale. Anybody who's purchased within the last 3 days from this store, you can have it based on charge balances, discount percentages. You can have it based on some sort of UDF or aux field for the customer. You could have it based on a certain purchase criteria, right? Did they buy these items from these vendors, these departments? Did they buy over $1,000, month to date or something like that? You can kind of use these to kind of hit your triggers on what customers you want to send it to. So once you have your filter made, you can put what you want in the message. You select your filter, then you would send the SMS, and it would send it to all the customers that fit that criteria. Currently, I have one customer fitting my criteria, my test customer. But if there were more, obviously, it would send it to multiple people. So, and those are kind of the use cases for it. There is an unintended mode to run this on a scheduled task if you want, based on the certain filter criteria. You do have to build all the filters ahead of time. And then you can also export the customers that would be within a specific filter to a file. So if you wanted to, build a list of customers, see who you're going to be sending it to ahead of time, you can save this, as an SMS export or email export. So we just say tests, and then we would export, and then one customer exported to file, and then we go to our desktop, make this a little bit smaller for us. So there's our one customer. Let's see, it is right down here. Sorry, it's the test one. Sorry about that. So open. Forgot what I named it. So there's our customer. So we got a Big Hairy Dog Test. Sorry, one Big Hairy Dog Test, and then the phone number for the customer. So you can gather a list up of the customers that you're going to be including in the SMS send. That way you know who you're sending it to ahead of time. So you're not including anybody you don't want, and you make sure you're gathering the customers you do want, and you can kind of see a list ahead of time to see how many are actually going to be sent off. So, all right, so that is it. So this plugin is both for Retail Pro 9 and Prism. The functionality in Prism is very similar. Building the filters ahead of time for the mass sending, building the messages ahead of time for the customer specific sends, or freeform typing the sends, right from the receipt when you have a customer on there and they have some specific requests, you can email, you can text message them, whatever you want. So any questions, go ahead and give us a call at 916-368-1070. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.